people being able to resume applications quickly and easily, but also have a UI where they didn't have to do task management. So if I press and hold the back button, it'll show all the places that I've been. You'll actually notice even third-party apps instantly resume. So in this case, the Amazon app, boom, I'm right back. I can start scrolling around. I can start using it. We also, and this is a kind of a geeky thing, we've improved applications without the developers having to do anything, where we'll read ahead and cache images. For instance, the Twitter app. As you're scrolling down, you're getting all sorts of people's Twitter icons. We'll cache all that ahead of time, so the scrolling is just buttery smooth now. So we've done a ton of improvements in applications, both in the ways that they resume, the way you switch between them, the way they can shortcut.
How do you do that? Just a back button.
So you just press and hold the back button, and you get a full kind of visual backstack of everywhere you've been.
So you may already said this. How do you get rid of them?
So the way you get rid of them is you basically can just keep hitting the back button. Every time, a simpler way to say it is every time you want an app to go into memory, you leave the app by pressing the start button, and now that's zeroed in. So basically, that exact screen that I was on, which is, it's great because it's a full dehydration of the app, if you will. If you have a half-written text message and you hit the start button, that half-written text message goes into this memory state where it'll be saved for you, and you can get back to it instantly. So you're never popped back to the beginning of an app or whatever, or the middle of the thought that you were in. Yeah, the way that it works is, consumers. I think we have such a muddy idea of what multitasking is now. I think the consumer benefit is they want to be able to switch instantly and quickly between stuff. The reality is we actually have the applications always in this ready to be resumed state, and if they need to access things like the network or location, we use a number of background agents that developers will see later today that we've offered that allow them to do things like get network traffic. So if you're a Twitter app, you may say, every 30 minutes I'm going to feast on the network, so that when you reload or when you switch back to that Twitter app, it looks up to date. You know what I mean? And so to the consumer, it looks like that app's been running the whole time. You never had an impact on battery life or performance, and your bandwidth, use isn't out of control and things like that. So we wanted to be smart about the ways that all worked together.
So as a developer, you can script stuff to go ahead and pull stuff from the cache location, but in essence, it's being stored in its current state in the memory and then resumed as soon as you.
Yeah, we basically do a bunch of that stuff on the behalf, and so this is getting a little geeky, but we have this thing called I think it's called background services. So we can choose which applications use background services. In this case, I have the Flickr app that's actually taking advantage of it, where it's going to continue to get new information, maybe to update a tile, or to use location to push me a notification like you saw with the British application, where it's letting me know, hey, you're late, you need to get on the road right now, your boarding pass is available, things like that. So all that's available here, and developers starting today will be able to indicate whether or not they want to take advantage of those background services.
I'm actually going to have to pull Derek in about 2 minutes, so we have time for one more question.